follow through part, going off of Tony, the follow through and the discipline. You know, how bad do you want to do this? You know, it's your coaches have the best intentions for you on a skill or a drill that you want to improve on, and now it just comes down to you and your like intrinsic motivation. Do I really want to accomplish this, or just take the back seat?
Because personally, it'll come down to you, you know. But you miss every shot you don't take. So if you're not willing to try it, then you're not gonna get there.
Well, let's do this. 3, 2, 1, and go. Welcome back to the KNOVA podcast. Well, we've made it one episode and haven't been canceled yet, so we're on the press. Big day. Big history has been made for the first time ever. We've had 2 members of the month. So, as always, I'm Coach Matt, joined by Nina.
Hey, everybody.
The pod mother, because without her work, none of this is getting done. And then our members of the month, Tony. Say hi.
Hey, how's it going?
Tony, what's your last name?
Nguyen.
Say that again?
Nguyen.
How do you spell that?
Nguyen. Yeah, you just gotta
Yeah.
slide through that.
I like that.
And Matt Ramos.
Yep.
That one I knew.
A lot of people say Ramos, but it's Ramos, so thank you for that.
Well, congrats, guys, on being member of the month. So, tell you the truth, I don't even think we've ever done a very good job of explaining to people who become member of the month why we do that. We do put a little thought into it. It's not just a random draw of the hat. Mostly a lot of times when our coaching staff is picking members of the month, we're looking for people who exemplify all the good traits, characteristics of people we want in the gym. You know, so if we pick someone as member of the month, we think, oh wow, it would be good if we had 10 more Matts and 10 more Tonys. And you get there kind of, you know, by exemplifying a lot of the characteristics and stuff we particularly have painted on the wall, like having good integrity, you know, respect for other people, you know, self-awareness and engagement in the program. So we can talk about more of that as we go, but just kind of give you kind of a input on why we picked you. You know, some of the things that I knew stood out for me were just seeing you guys come into class, ask questions, and then when we give you an answer, hey, this is what you're going to need to practice if you want to learn to muscle up or whatever. And then a couple days later, I see you practicing that exact drill. I'm like, wow, that's nice, because there's a lot of times where that doesn't happen.
Yeah, for sure. Hey, I practice.
Nina, you would not practice, right? But so how's it been for you since you got here? I know. Tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you're from? What's background? What got you here to KNOVA?
So, I'm from Northern California, in the Bay Area, San Jose, San Francisco. I did my undergrad at San Francisco State. My major was BS in kinesiology, so a little sports science background. I played volleyball in college. I also coached for, I don't know how many years, maybe like 5, 6.
Coach high school?
High school and also club.
Okay.
So club is where you have those very, how do I say this? That's what colleges look at.
Okay.
Yeah. So
higher level of competition?
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I came here for nursing school. I also help out with U of R's volleyball team too. And then started KNOVA. Well, Matt introduced me to KNOVA, which is cool because I've always wondered about it because the CrossFit's like big back home. But I was just like, oh, you know, I really don't have time for that.
California's the birthplace of CrossFit, right? Santa Cruz?
Right, yeah. But I mean, so far I really love it. It's great.
All right. Well, good. I'll come back to you. We'll get the particulars, but Matt.
So I am from Central California in a city called Bakersfield. And so...
I should say that no one who's not from California really knows much. You got to put it next to one of the big cities.
That's where I was getting to.
Oh, yeah,
that's where I'm getting at. So like, where Tony is more from the Bay Area, we kind of know that. But, we're a decent-sized city in Central California, but in proximity to Los Angeles, it's an hour and a half north from there. So we just go take the Interstate 5... over that freeway. We go southbound, and then we're in Los Angeles. So that's where I'm at. It's predominantly agriculture and oil based. So, that's...
Is that a nice way of saying it? It's a blue collar.
Yeah,
it's a nice rural community out there.
It's blue collared. A lot of schools and education system there too. So my parents are teachers, and just my background, I grew up, born and raised there, and then I did my undergrad, my first year at University of Puget Sound in Tacoma, Washington. Was recruited there for swim as well, and then transferred home to complete the rest of my undergrad at Cal State Bakersfield. So it was very nice, just to be back home and to finish off strong. Come from a whole family of swimmers, so my sisters are swimmers as well. They've also competed collegiately, and 2 at UC Davis, and then I'm the youngest of 6 in my family, so we're pretty big, athletic.
No.
Mom was a runner throughout college, and then Dad was a wrestler throughout high school, and then just stopped there. So it's always been integral with me, and
that's great.
Definitely stuck with swim.
Cool. Yeah, I noticed after probably a few weeks, or maybe the first month or so of you guys being here and training you for a bit, I'm like, you pick up stuff quick, and usually the people that have a big background in athletics, it's only a couple, 1 or 2 workouts, or even maybe in the moment, you just give them a point or two, and all of a sudden, boom, they got it. Mm-hmm. And I'm not particularly one of those people. I've worked very hard to be this mediocre, let me tell you. I'm not a particularly super athletic person, but try. Cool. So, what got you in the door initially? Just looked up CrossFit in Rochester, or would you?
Yeah, so after my swim tenure, I guess, as a collegiate athlete, I joined a CrossFit back home. And then I always heard, the goods and bads of CrossFit, but I'm like, let me just take this into my hands. Let me have my own experience with it. And so fell in love with it, the community, the tight-knit, aspect of that, and then the push from all the coaches. And then got into nursing school with Tony, and at that time, COVID happened, all the gyms were closed, so everything was put on pause, and I just did a Google search, and I was looking at, what I had close to back home, and I found NOVA Fitness. I found, the coaches, athletic backgrounds, and, just pretty much how they approach their practices, and I was really inspired to see, the variety of the different types of coaching techniques you guys had to offer, and your athletic backgrounds. And I messaged Kevin through Instagram. I think you guys were transitioning over to this location.
Yeah.
So I was like, I would drive by to Old Pueblo Grill, and I'm like, where's NOVA Fitness?
Yeah.
Then I was like, let me just message Kevin real quick. So I messaged Kevin, and
then he lured you to this abandoned warehouse.
Yeah. It's not right here.
Where the walls are falling apart. Yeah, no, we're a legitimate gym. I swear to God. Do you want to sign up? It'll only be $150 a month.
Yeah.
Is that insulation going to always be there?
There's a light flickering. No, so that was back in October, and then I, just had that on my radar. We got super busy with school during that crunch time, and I'm like, okay, well, I have NOVA Fitness. I'm not looking anywhere else. This is where I want to go, and I was just attracted to, your guys' posts, your community engagement that you do, and it, aligns with a lot of my personal values as well, and then I really appreciate the coaching staff and what they have to offer.
Oh, sweet.
All good things.
Make sure we cut that clip out and post that all over the internet.
I'm also really happy to hear that you actually found us in a Google search.
Definitely do research, so.
Okay. What about you, Tone? What journey did you come from? Or how'd you get across it? Just through him?
Just through Matt.
So Matt was like, come do this incredibly difficult form of working out that you have no idea of.
Yeah, I was going to ask if you had any CrossFit experience, just because I feel like you pick up stuff in class really easily.
I don't. I mean, I wish I did. It would have made the first workout and the first week a lot easier, because Kevin was just pushing me, and I was just like, are we done yet?
Oh, no.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough first 2 weeks.
I don't know if we want to tell people that. New people listening, that's not true.
Yeah.
Just know we're all in this together.
Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. Sorry. No, go ahead. Sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you're good. But I've always heard, again, like Matt said, the goods and the bads of, or I guess the stereotype of bad form, lift heavy, but no, it's actually not like that, especially with NOVA's like the how the coaches like approach these workouts is all about safety, good form, and that's something that I like truly appreciate, is that you need to have the fundamentals down before we can actually step up in weight and stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, great. I'm glad that that message that we're trying to put out is registering with people. In CrossFit, the principles I follow usually have mechanics, being able to do the movement well, right, properly, and or understanding how, and then consistently do that movement right over and over. And then you can add the intensity, the speed, the other movements with it, how heavy you go. But usually people that can be patient enough to learn the mechanics really well and then consistently do it and give it some time, they never really at risk, and they can go as hard as they want and eventually. But sometimes it's hard for people to, I think, either take the time to learn something they're not good at. It's humbling at times. I know I think it was only seeing some of the other members here. I remember Jen, one of our older members, not old, she's not old. Okay, don't take it the wrong way. She had been a member of the gym longer than I. Or one day I was like, the day before, I was attempting to do some pistol squats, and I'm like, well, this is impossible. This is for like super athletic freaks like Kevin. And then the next day I came in the gym, and Jen is just like over there doing pistols leisurely, and I'm like, well, if this lady can do it, I can do it. And I'm, I was like, I'm motivated to learn all this, and then that's kind of how I got into it. But it was humbling to learn it. So cool. What about you, Nina? What got you here?
Oh.
Since we're going to be talking a lot.
Yeah, I mean, my friend Lauren has been doing CrossFit for a long time, and one of the coaches had, told her to come and try it out, and she'd been trying to get me back into CrossFit for a long time. I had done it like way back in 2008. And then again, I lived in Connecticut for a little while, so I was doing it there for a little bit, but I had been a little bit out of it. And I just came for a class, and I was really price resistant, but now that I've been here, it only took like a couple weeks for me to be like, oh yeah, this is definitely worth it.
Interesting, yeah. Before I started doing CrossFit at KNOVA, I had a pretty bad CrossFit experience at a different gym where the guy was kind of not running. Well, let's just say he's not in the business anymore to a meaningful extent, I don't think. But put a bad taste in my mouth, like the whole competitive side of CrossFit, like you were saying, Tony, no explanation of really any teaching. It was like, go heavy, go hard, And then I met Kevin, and I was like, I'm thinking about going to check out this CrossFit gym. I was talking to another gym owner, and Kevin was like, overheard our conversation, and he's just like, oh, you like CrossFit, huh? Slipped his card over.
Sneaky Kevin.
I came over, and I guess one thing led to another. I was a member for a while, but cool.
It's funny though, I never thought that I'd be so into like trying all of these more unique movements like the double under or even a rope climb. Yet here I am.
Yeah.
And you guys too. I mean, it's really cool to see all of your progress, like, because we take class together pretty frequently. All of a sudden I'm like, whoa, we got muscle ups over here. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, that's when I realized you guys were actually like, I don't know if this is I don't want this to come out the wrong way, but it's like when I give you a drill to do and I go see you practicing on your own time, I go, oh, no kidding. And if you ask another question, I'm going to make sure to try to give you the best answer too. I've had a lot of personal training clients even they'll ask a lot of questions, and I give them all the best answers I possibly know, and they just don't listen to any of it. So sometimes you don't always know what people are going to do. But when I saw, I think that day you were over there doing those beat swings, just drilling those beat swings, hips to bar, and I go, oh, okay. If he's gonna really do what I tell him to, I better make sure I have the right answers. And then what was it, another week, and you were hitting your first bar muscle ups?
Yeah, I mean, I guess that kind of comes into with like my athletic background. From being a player, I've always like I had to listen to my coach. Like if I want to get something down, then I have to practice it. I have to listen because 90% of the time the coaches are right. And also being a coach too, and having players ask me things. I would have to, be right. Or,
It's definitely the follow through part, going off of Tony, the follow through and the discipline. How bad do you want to do this? It's your coaches have the best intentions for you on a skill or a drill that you want to improve on, and now it just comes down to you and your like intrinsic motivation. Do I really want to accomplish this, or just take the back seat and have, you know what I mean? So
I think a lot of people can do CrossFit and get all the benefits, the community and the health, and they don't have to do the crazy movements at all. But there are a lot of people that say they want to, or they do really want to, but don't do those little practices, that little work that we can't always get to in classes.
The difference between the internal motivation and the external motivation, like being in class with everybody, that's the external motivation. Like everyone's pushing you to push through the workout and just do the best you can, but coming in on your own, practicing, all of that is your internal desire to get better.
It's addicting too. Like
it really is.
You have a little bit of success, but you start to feel pretty good.
What else can I do?
Exactly. What else
do more?
If that last workout went better, maybe what else can I do better? Yeah.
That's what they call the Kool-Aid, folks.
Oh, yeah. CrossFit Kool-Aid. Yeah, and the community too, I think, it's a weird thing, like, if you talk to somebody outside of the gym and you're like, oh, you should come over to the community, people are like, oh, I join your cult, like, but it's not a cult. I mean, I guess it kind of, it's not.
Just come.
Just show up. But what do you guys do outside the gym? I mean, besides, I imagine a lot of your time is studying right now. Yeah, a lot of, my wife is also in nursing school, and when she's studying, things are tense. But, so, hypothetically, if you're not in the library, what would you be doing if half the world wasn't shut down?
I'd probably be cooking a lot more. Yeah, because that's at some point at the beginning of my first semester, I was cooking a whole bunch of food and I was selling it to like my classmates, my instructors. As like a side gig.
That's amazing.
Yeah, because like I wasn't working, so that's something that I can just collect. And hopefully buy myself a little graduation present.
Dude, good for you.
Yeah.
If you are experimenting with recipes, I'll eat anything. Just for the record. You'd have to really be terrible at cooking stuff for me not to like it, and I'm not a great cook. So I'm just saying, if you want to throw an experiment, I'll be your guy.
So when's that barbecue?
Leftover.
I was just gonna say, I'm like, so the barbecue.
Murph. Every year at Murph.
He's the guy.
You guys are in town on end of May, right?
End of May, yes.
Yeah. So at the end of May, we do Murph every year. We have a little barbecue outside. We do Murph, which is let's call it a expensive calories, and then we like to refuel back up. If you guys, but that'd be a fun thing. Yeah, if you want to help out with that, that would probably be useful, and everyone would enjoy it.
Oh yeah. 100%.
You can do like a little trial run, before.
Yeah. Dishes by Tony.
Very particular in his cooking. I by no means a chef, but I will eat the food. I mentioned that in the statement for members of the month.
I do enjoy cooking, but I also am a really good eater.
Yeah.
So
I will tell you how good it is.
Yes, exactly.
Make it.
So what do you do outside the gym, Matt?
Yeah.
So I am actually more of an outdoors person, like outdoorsy, just anything that involves, still moving. So I was a Boy Scout growing up as well. So I liked high adventuring, backpacking, kayaking, canoeing. I do love running as well. So I'm just, I can never sit still as a little kid too.
You look like the type of person built to enjoy running.
Yeah.
Yes, that's true.
I'm a runner too. But definitely just being outdoors. I've done rock climbing a few times. Eating Tony's food whenever he cooks it. So,
like real rock climbing, or like have you been to Rock Ventures or Central Rock?
I haven't done anything here in Rochester, but I have done rock climbing. That's fun.
Like just legit on a cliff.
Yeah.
Okay. Just
but it has to have the cables because I'm actually kind of a little nervous. And then honestly, when I'm just hit that period where I need to rest, I will sleep for 8 hours or more. So when I'm not hitting the books, Tony knows and a few others in our nursing program, I'm just asleep for 8 hours, and that's my nap on top of the 12 hours I'll get at night when I can.
Oh my gosh.
So. Cool. So one of the questions I had for you guys, I was curious, I'm always curious about this perspective from any of our members, but like if you were to talk to somebody who might be thinking about joining the gym, or what would you say to them, or what recommendation would you give to a new person that is like half in on this? Obviously you said you enjoy the community and you like the workouts and the coaching. I know for me, I like working out, but this is like humbling. or kind of scary to some people. Some of these people, I look over at them and I go, oh my God, this guy is a beast. This girl is the fittest person I've ever seen. If somebody's like that, what advice might you offer them, or when it comes to that?
I think, are they already joined? Like, have they?
Yeah, let's say they're about to join, or they're considering, hey, I'd like to try CrossFit. I heard NOVA was fun, but I don't know.
That's something that you would have to look on the inside to see if, like, do I really want to better myself? Because personally, it'll come down to you, But you miss every shot you don't take. So if you're not willing to try it, then you're not gonna get there. Yeah. But
you think it overtone. I've come back.
No, I just think there's so much stigma in society that you have to look a certain way. You have to be this athletic. If you don't have an athletic background, you're not going to make CrossFit. Like, just you're better off going to XYG gym instead. And I definitely feel that, and that's still something that I ponder upon, even moving here. Especially, I remember, going back when I was, joining CrossFit, I'm like, wow, I feel like I don't fit the description of what, a male athlete should be, big, buff, like, I'm very thin, and, but, you have to find those qualities about yourself, I'm good at this, I know I can do this, I have this endurance. This one time I felt good doing this set, there's so much to look forward to, trying something new, learning something new, just coming in with a growth mindset and just avoiding what social media displays, of certain characteristics you have to be that CrossFit athlete, because that's not the case. Like, I surprise myself every day. I'm like, oh my God, I did a pistol squat, I did a bar muscle up. I don't have to be, 210 pounds. I don't have to have like big muscle mass, to really fill me out to do these like heavy lifts and stuff like that, or carry my body weight. So it's definitely like finding that confidence within yourself, and just knowing that, hey, this is a respected place. NOVA is an open family. We have diverse athletes, diverse body types, so come in with an open mind, and we're here with our open hearts. You're one of us.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
Really, you just got to get in the door. Yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, just get in the door.
Mm-hmm.
But if you want to be 210 pounds and buff as shit, it doesn't hurt either.
I've tried everything in the book. With my 17 years of being a competitive swimmer, I have done supplements that were, of course, NCAA approved, because we would get drug tested. I've done, everything in the books, and I don't know. It just doesn't work, and I just, stay consistent with your eating routine, and just come in with a positive attitude, and just find something good that you can get out of with each workout.
But you're a good example of being skinny jacked. Like, okay, you're very lean, muscular, even though you're on a slimmer frame. It's different body types,
Yeah.
So. Neen, what are you going to offer the people that are wondering if they should come by, or if they're worried about CrossFit? What's your perspective?
Oh man, I get this all the time. Like, I can't keep up with you. Me personally, if I'm trying to like recruit someone, and I'm like, it's not about that. It's about keeping up with yourself and doing what you can do, meeting new people, and having fun.
Sold. I'll join.
I think to follow up on that, that everybody is going to have their strengths and weaknesses, and you're not going to know what your strength is and your weaknesses are until you actually try it out. Like, I
totally
come in here and I'm just like, oh my God, that girl could squat like 200 something. We all know who that is.
Yeah.
We all know who that is.
Which one of them? A couple of the girls.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Seriously. I know there's some strong ladies in here. Oftentimes I'm like, oh man, I don't know about that. But then I surprise myself by being able to do other things better than some people. So just everyone's different. You just come in, focus on yourself.
Cool. Yeah. No, that's a very good perspective. Yet everyone is good at something. Sometimes, I swear, some of the people, they're just good at suffering. They just stick the workout out.
That is so true.
No matter how long it is. or whether they're good or bad at the movement, they just endure it. They're like, whatever it is today, I'm going to do it. And sometimes those people have the best changes, like in their body, or they're just their mindset, or they're just like, whatever the workout is today, I'm doing it. I didn't even look. What is it? And I'm like, oh, it's a long one. Or, oh boy, and
we're squatting 20 times. Times 5.
We're doing 20 squats, 20 unbroken squats 5 times. That was a tough one. I won't lie.
It was fun though.
Yeah.
See, another one. You guys probably surprised yourselves.
Yep.
Yeah, that back squat workout. Matt Muniz, if you're listening to this, we did the 20 rep back squat for every 5 minutes workout again the other day, and I finally finished it unbroken for the first time. My legs still hurt. I think we should give that one a name and just call it Muniz. Do you know Tara, who comes to class? Her brother Matt used to work out here a lot too, and we used to do that workout. I swear we did it like once a month for like 3 months, trying to finish it, like trying to do it unbroken. Matt finally did it unbroken, but it was a whole thing. That goes way back. That goes back like a number of years now, but it was fun. Well, all right. I'd love to hear anything else you guys want to say or offer about the gym. We'll wrap up, but I really appreciate you guys coming in. I really appreciate you. Just being the good guys you are, having the class that you have, and giving your, taking the effort to, have the self-awareness to, and the humility to, I know CrossFit for you, Tony, wasn't exactly an easy start, but, self-awareness to be like, hey, no big deal, I don't have to let it crush me. It's not, but then having the engagement to just plug into listening to the coaches and stuff, and I think that goes a long way to just showing it. When you just take your day one step at a time and work on you a little bit at a time, you can get some pretty good results pretty quickly.
It's inspiring for any of the current members who are like, I've been here a while and maybe are plateauing on any results, and good reminder to
there's always
yourself.
There's always room to self-evaluate and adjust and get better. We'll help you do that. But then, please, keep doing it and helping other people. I think we're only at our best, like, when we help each other out. And those moments when people are struggling at the end of a workout is where it means the most to me. If I'm struggling and people are cheering me on, I've been the last to finish many a time, So thank you for, being part of the community and doing everything you can. If you have anything you want to add, please do. Open forum.
I just want to say thank you for nominating Tony and I for this. This is very humbling and very cool to see. I feel like a lot of gyms really highlight, their athletes coming in because, some CrossFit gyms are lift heavy, go hard, go home. That's it. Just highlight your own accomplishments, but not here at KNOVA. I really appreciate that you guys, really care for us and highlight our successes and ring the bell when we hit PRs. Those are fun.
That's a good point, and I do want to say that's what I want our store to be. The podcast here is really to help the members and stuff, and having you guys on today is I want to highlight the successes and the stories of our membership. I want our Instagram page to represent our community as a whole, and BJJ and CrossFit included. And us as coaches, I don't care if anyone knows that. I mean, I don't think anyone does know me, to be honest, like around town or anything like that. And but if they know that like our business is a place where people can go to get help but healthy and have fun along the way, that's what I'm aiming for. So people able to share their stories like you guys did today, that's cool. I like it. So we'll have every member of our month on the cast. So going forward, we'll probably learn a few things along the way, I hope.
Yeah, awesome. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, have a good week.
Thanks.